Hey guys, just wanted to give you a walkthrough on what I feel are the must-have accessories for a X3. This machine is a 2021 X3 RS Turbo RR. First I want to start here in the front. You know, we're up here in Montana. There's a lot of rocks and boulder riding, and I mean, this thing took a beating on some of the bouldering. I recommend this UHMW bash plate. It's by Trail Armor. That's what's going to replace this aluminum one that tends to hang up on rocks and doesn't slide too well. Next, rolling over to, ended up putting 32s on this. This is on a 14-inch. Some guys prefer 15. This tread pattern, after a lot of research, has been highly recommended by tire companies and then other riders out there. Next thing, wanted to roll over into the cab. I had to modify this door switch a little bit, but these are super handy. I just had to shave this piece off here so that it would miss the PRP bags. Works great. Next thing, jumping in, we ended up putting the roof lights, which you can see right here. This bar is extremely bright, fits nice and contour with the roof, and works great. And it is the curved bar, so you do get a wider throw. Next, we did the winch. I think every machine needs to have a winch. You just never know what kind of situation you're going to be in. Storage box. Keep your koozies, phones, whatever else. I am putting an additional phone holder here, just because this one doesn't hold the phone too well. I did also do this exhaust bypass, which I think adds a little bit of horsepower. I think Evolution said it 3 to 5 horse. I don't know. I never dynoed this. This override switch you'll see here is for reverse. So if you need to give it additional gas in reverse, if you hold that in, it retards the computer and it allows you to rev higher in reverse. Poly windshield with washer and spray. You guys know that's huge because when you're out and about and this thing is getting muddy and everything else, hitting a button and being able to spray the windshield off is super nice. No scratching on the windshield. I was a little surprised, but it's the hard coated windshield. Works great. Next we have the stereo system inside. This is a Rockford Fosgate system, Bluetooth capable, really nice. Good sound. There's actually a subwoofer under the seat. Some guys like good stereos, others don't care much. I mean, these units are kind of loud, so guys use the rugged radios and then stream into that. It's another really good option. Let's see, coming around to the back, did the Infinite Off-Road whips. These are a real burly, tough whip. I went with the 5-footers. They light up nice if you're off-road, and if it's dusty, dirty, or if there's sand dunes or something, those work really good. And today I added this awesome Tusk rear rack. I think I found like the perfect combination between sealed storage and the off-road rack. So now you're gaining the space overhead for, I mean, you could put a big cooler up there if you wanted, or just any additional gear. This dry storage is the RC Rough Country. I've had a few trips on this. Everything stayed super dry. Got all the essentials in there, tire patch kit, some extra tools and small cooler. But it clasps down like that. Works really great. Let's see, coming around to the back. So motor work that's been done on this. This is that exhaust bypass. As you can see, if you look in there, there's a little baffle that when you hit that switch I was looking at inside, or showing you inside, that opens that little baffle up. The machine gets a little bit noisier, but apparently it gives you a little bit more power. You know, these type of machines, if you're ever going to pull anything, I like to have these on there. You may or may not need them, but it's always nice to have if you need a hook point. I did also put the charge tubes in here, and that sounds pretty awesome. I mean, it really helps, I think, with the performance from everything that I've researched, but it gives the machine a really nice sound, and also helps with the performance. And of course the skid plate, that's a stock skid plate. Last thing that I do have on order is the mud flap that connects into here, and what that does is prevent debris and mud and everything else from flying down the side and then sliding along here and then just filling your back wheel well. As you can see, there's a little mud in there right now because I don't have those on yet. Those are kind of the highly recommended essentials I found. Again, I think one of my favorite things, because these machines just don't come with much storage space, is this combination, the Rough Country and the Tusk rack. I mean, tons of airspace down there. You're not, you know, restricting any airflow at all, and you got just, it's almost like a perfect package there, in my opinion. Outside of that, these machines come with the 4-point harnesses, which is great. The Kemimoto, this is a really great option. It keeps things nice and clean in the cab. Those items have been really great as we continue on. I also wired in a battery tender, so when I park it, I can just plug this right into an extension cord and it handles the machine, keeps everything fresh and charged. Moving on, last but not least, you know, the tire package on this, like I was saying before, I did go with a bead locker. I just feel for the type of riding we do, that's a better option. You know, it's given me a lot more clearance, and you know, I haven't had any flat situations at this point. I did disconnect this sway bar, give you a little bit more articulation while moving through the more technical stuff. Anyways, if you got anything to add to that or want to talk about your build, comment in the post. Be safe out there.